Okay, so this particular website is going to be it's going to be pretty hard to, I guess the word is debunk, right? So it's going to be pretty hard for me to say that this is totally a scam, right? But I want to just show you guys a couple things that I guess make me kind of question their legitimacy, right? So we'll sign out first, right? So let's start from the very beginning. This is called Platform Projects Investment, right? So let's figure out what they do with your money. So the number one thing you want to always know is, what are you doing with my money, right? So I give you my money. It says total earned one. What the hell does that mean? I'm sorry. So this is what they said they've brought in so far, $144,000, and so far they've only paid out this many. Oh, sorry. Total earned. This is total members are 800 members. Total earned members online one, and then this is what they paid out. That's what that meant. Okay. So it says our mining project contains 6 plans between $1,000 and $5,000. You'll earn about 20%. So in case anybody's wondering, normal mining is close to about 10%, right? But it's not considered, you wouldn't normally see it as a dollar amount. And if you're going to mine, right, just as education, if you're going to mine, you're also going to see your ROI not in a percentage, but more in a, what is it called? A difficulty, as well as, like, if you go to a mining calculator, let me just pull up a mining calculator, right? So mining calculator, right? So I just want to just bring some education to anyone that's looking to invest their tokens. So let's educate a little bit without taking up too much time. First off, you cannot hack Bitcoin. So if you decide to buy software and then pay for that software in order to use a Bitcoin hack, in order to create new Bitcoins for your account to show that you have 10 Bitcoins when technically you only had one, that's not possible. You cannot hack Bitcoin. Second thing, I cannot give you Bitcoins and then I cannot give you Bitcoin and expect you to send me Bitcoins, more Bitcoins than I gave you, given the fact, unless you're actually trading them or you're a legitimate business that's saying they're going to trade. But then at my own risk, me investing into that site or you, that person, I can expect either the money to disappear or the money to not grow, right? If you decide you're going to mine, mining does not come down to the person that created the software or the hardware. It comes down to the difficulty as well as a couple other things, right? So that's what we're going to get to right now. So hash power, that's what it's called. Sorry, I don't mind, so I don't really go into this. But if you see this here, hash power, power consumption, cost per kilowatt per hour, and then you have the pull fee. These are things that you can expect to see from mining, right? So let's just say, for the sake of argument, this right here may cost you, because you're going to make them daily, you're going to make, this right here should cost you about $150, right? So this should cost you about $150. Now, I'm not saying that you're going to make 10%, but if you look here, profit ratio per day is about 13% over the overall what you made for the day, and then profit ratio for the month, you're looking at about a 10% gain, right? So this is what you would make off of your $150, right? So you put in $150. This is just calculated up in my head that way, but this is approximately what it would cost you to mine $150 worth. And then it says cost per month and then cost per year. These are your costs for the year. So it should take you about 10 months to get your money back on average. You may make it back in 8, you may make it back in 12. That all depends on, again, the difficulty, and there's some other factors that are in there, okay? So the math needs to add up. So these are things you need to be looking for. This in particular is called Platform Project Investment, right? Welcome to Platform Projects Investment. It says mining money. I don't know what that means, but they want you to invest in them, and they're going to be mining money, right? So, and it says we offer a stable, profitable plan with guaranteed monthly earnings. Okay, we'll get into that in a second, okay? Capital investment returns 12 months 12 months, 3 months by 33%, right? So if you're in for 12 months, 12 months, 3 months. I'm assuming that the way that they're saying it, it's almost, ignore that. 12 months with guaranteed minimum earning of 20% per month. So basically, it's going to take you 5 months to get your money back. Okay, this right here, I don't understand this, because this literally contradicts itself by saying the same thing twice without saying it the same way twice. And as you can see here, they have a $50 plan, they have a $100 plan, a $200 plan, $500 plan, a $1,000 plan, and a $5,000 plan. And yes, the more mining power you buy, the more you'll mine, the more you'll make. That is very true, and it will be approximately about this much. But how am I making money off referring? I don't understand that, right? But some places do have that where you can make some, like 3%, and that's okay. So let's go to contact us. Took us right back to the top. That's odd, right? So we clicked on contact us. What does it have? Nothing, right? So let's scroll down to team, and I won't do an analysis on these people because, you know, I doubt that these people will not come up. Somehow, some way they'll come up. You know what? Let's do it. So we'll look up this person here's name, and we'll use this tab here. This is gonna be a super long video. I do apologize. I'm trying to make it about 10 minutes, but I'm assuming going into it's going to be about 20-25 minutes. So we'll look at this name. You see a bunch of names pop up, and then we'll see if we can find that person. Yeah, that looks like the person there. Now our job is to find out what does he do for a living. Excuse me. So online entrepreneur, that looks like that might be him. Does he promote his site at all? Last thing he did was go on, you know, he has a website, you know, high school. Didn't say, just went to high school. Let's see. Usually there's like some sort of LinkedIn, YouTube channel. Okay, so here we go. It says the world-class combat games are staged, blah, blah, blah. So it looks like he might actually be some sort of fighter, right? I'll catch you, believe you, blah, blah, blah. So it looks like he's a fighter. He's not actually an online entrepreneur. And then as you can see here, right here, here's the platform that I went to. And then as the pictures again, and then again, they got more information. Game of Thrones, now it's an app, yada, yada, yada. That's pretty much it. All right, so we'll ignore that because that just looks crazy. So, but then if you go through the rest of it, you'll see two things, right? So we'll click on Facebook. Facebook does not actually take us to their Facebook. This looks like there's nothing here, right? And then you'll notice here it says powered by Titan, and we'll click on that in a second. But then what we want to do is we want to go to support, because there is a support. There is a way for you to get frequently asked questions and contact them. Now, I didn't contact them. I did click on forums. But if you guys are familiar with Fat Funds, you guys are very familiar with the fact that the forums are only just to show legitimacy, as well as try to keep people in longer, right? So, and then we got the frequently asked questions. Now, I don't know how long they've been around, but let's just see what they're saying. And remember, the website is called PlatformProjects Investments, right? But as you guys can see here, they saying that they're, what is PPI Investments? So that would make them Platform Project Investment Ltd, right? And I know no one with a brain is going to reiterate the same word twice inside their website or their business name unless intentional, like the singing group Duran Duran. That's different. Or cheeseburger. That's different. Unless you're doing intentional. But this particular word, you don't need to do that. Maybe they did it for the simple fact that it would be PP investment. But at the same time, you don't need the I if the I is already typed out right here. But the reason why they did that is because if you Google it, you'll get this company here, who's been around since 1997. Which, if you're new to crypto, this looks great. Wow, since 1997. They've even updated their documentation recently, 2017. They've done everything so far. It's a legitimate company. And to make matters even better in this sense, no other website comes up, right? So you don't get any other website. And I even tried to Google the name and the business address. I don't get any other website. So they're almost like in the clear with using this name. It seems like the company that decided to use their name has no online presence whatsoever, probably has no idea that they're even on that particular website. They have no idea of any of that information. So you look at all of this. So I got this little address right here, try to Google it, try to look it up, nothing. And interesting, right? But then as you go through it, you notice here, I try to highlight it, but here you go. Property rentals is the business that PPI investments, right? So I'm assuming this is one of these words is property. One of the other words is probably international or something like that. But I went everywhere, up and down, every single document. I cannot find what the PPI stands for. I just couldn't find it. So to me, this means that this is not them, right? So our goal would be click on people, and you got here John Sanders, right? So what we'll do is we'll go back, right? So we'll go back here, and again, I'm sorry that this is going to create a long video, but I want to make sure that we are educating ourselves by doing all the proper research before we start to invest, right? So this is not John, and that is not John. So let's go back down. We got John, another John, James, Asak, and then we got another business, and then we got Mark. None of these people are John Sanders. I mean, or all those people that are on that screen. So it looks like the only PPI that's in UK is going to be that company. I don't see another PPI. And then we have Flag Investments PPI Limited. But again, if you click on the people, let's see who we got. We got Alan. The name looks really familiar. Alan Caldwell. That looks like a business name that I've seen before, or a person that I've seen before. Anyway, yeah. So that's a red flag. And like I mentioned before, we click on the Facebook. Now, if we go to Powered by Titan Scripts, use Titan.com. We'll just scroll down just to see what do they offer. You know, it's a valid question. You have it on your website, technically advertising it. Maybe because you're not a programmer, so you don't know how to remove it. But if you notice here, here's get paid to made perfect, right? So they're offering scripts that are already done. Titan revenue sharing, right? Titan affiliate network, and boom, professional HYIP script. So it looks like they're just creating a script. Look at this revenue sharing website right here, all-in-one solutions. See an all-in-one demo, blah, 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 blah. And yeah, now our job will be to just log in and let's just look around, right? So I'm going to log in for you guys really quick. I'll give you the login if you want it. It's King Q in case you just want to just look around. If you don't want to sign up, I don't expect you to. Fake, right? And then it's 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll go there. And our job is to pretty much just look around and see what it looks like, right? It looks like an actual script that would actually be very attractive had I not known what to look for. Click on here. You got your main cash, your ad cash, which is your affiliate money. You got your cash that you actually made probably. And then you have your commissions, right, which you're getting paid out. Then you have investments. So they have their plans. Again, you're not going to get paid out in a percentage per day when you mine. Everything's going to be looked very differently every day. But here we go. So you're going to make about 20% over every month for 365 days. The way that they looked at this is the longer they stay around before they actually start to lose money, the more money they'll walk away with. Okay, excuse me. Okay, so the way they looked at this was that the longer they stay around, by paying out small portions, the longer they'll make money. So if they get to that $1 million mark, you don't have to worry about, they technically wouldn't have to worry about losing any money in 3 months because they've already gotten $155,000. Where do you think the money is coming from? You know what I mean? It's coming from you. They're robbing Peter to pay Paul. They've only paid out $15,000 out of the 150. That's 10%. You know, so if they've only paid out 10% and you can do this with a limit, and let me just make this abundantly clear on how dumb they did this. Why would I pick plan A at $100 minimum, right? And give you $10,000 to withdraw $10,000 or whatever they expect you to pay. So the monthly limit that you can withdraw is $10,000 and the daily limit is $10,000. Why would I do that when I can easily just do the bigger one, right? Then you also have this VIP one. right? Again, let's talk about how dumb this is. Their VIP one says that you're going to get back 3 times your money, right? We already know that Bitcoin's probably going to go up 5x or even 10x by the end of the year. So this is dumb to even think about doing, because guess what? You're not going to get Bitcoins back. You're going to get dollars back. So you're going to lose value every time you're in this coin. But let's talk about this. So my daily limit is $10,000. I can withdraw up to $10,000 in one day, but my monthly limit is $2,500. That makes no sense. At what point does someone think, let me do this, I'm going to make a ton of money, and people are going to be this dumb to invest? People are dumb enough to invest, as you already know. Look at this one. Monthly limit, $1,250. Monthly limit on this one. I'm investing. Look how much you're... Oops. Sorry, I don't know if you guys can hear that. Zero. But as you guys can see, I can invest up to $5,000, but I can only take out $1,250 for the month. But had I invested only $50, I could take out $10,000. Come on. I'm sorry. None of that makes any sense. So be careful. Do not invest into this website. You can if you want. It's your money. I'm not telling you what to do. But I will say this. There is no pending withdrawal. I'll leave the little... I have my own grade sheet that I usually use to say, you know, if I should invest or not in an HYIP. But I want to go over a bunch of them. I'm gonna try to do 1 or 2 videos a day. I'll owe you guys 2 tomorrow, so you'll see me do 2 HYIP videos tomorrow. But yeah, try not to invest in stuff like this. Just look around before you start putting your money into random places. I've already done a video on how people get these scripts, and as you can see, this right here is just a blatant, probably $100 script. It probably cost $20 to get the website up and running, and they probably spent no more than about $100. I would say no more than about $250 to get a script up and running on a website. And if I had to guess, I would say maybe every $75 out of $100 that's deposited into the site probably goes straight to their Bitcoin accounts, because they don't have to pay out anything more than 3%. So most likely they're probably taking 90% of all the Bitcoin dollars that are being sent to them and sending it right to themselves. And then the rest of the world is sitting there thinking that, oh, we're going to make a ton of money and we're going to triple our money every year for this amount of time. And you're not. You're really not. You're not going to make any money. You're going to just lose your money. So let me know if you have any questions. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, and you can definitely share if you want.